talking. Lord knows I put you in the coffin. I know you only talk the loudest. I know you really ain't about shit. Oh no, I ain't with the talking. Lord knows I put you in the coffin. I know you only talk the loudest. I know you really ain't about shit. So here's the challenge, you can't manage anything I'm dealing with. I'm hitting numbers independent, others need a deal to get. So deal with it or do something about it. I doubt it, I came to change the game, you just came to be the loudest. I came to make an impact, albums all intact. Billboard top 10, I can say I did that. Hardest part is showing up, homie, where you been at? Spit that, click clack, hit you with that. Realist in my lane, I'm just saying, drop the fortune and the fame, say my name.
Just say my name, say my name.
Really say my name if you wanna get it poppin'. I've been looking for a reason so I can pull out this rocket. Whoa, now slow down, child, you don't fit that profile. This ain't Facebook, why don't you stick to scripts you know about? Sold a lot of shows out, but I never sold out. Made my family so proud, I'm talking so proud. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am JD and this is Grim Info. So I'm here tonight and I'm doing this video on a bunch of news that just, a lot of it has me livid. So please hang with me and we're going to get through this. So reports, hundreds of congressmen's families have successfully used the Mectin to take care of the Rona. Says a medical doctor claims that U.S. representatives beat the 19 with early treatment protocol. Say they saved themselves and stayed silent as the Mectin was torched. Because it's all about what they can get away with. And it's do as I say, not as I do, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as you, and please understand, I know it may sound hard sometimes, but I am trying to get around the censors. This is like my 6th page. So, DOD doctors prove that the Bona tax, not safe or effective. Winning the information war begins by sharing this bombshell information. That's what we have to do. We have to share this all around the web. We have to tell our neighbors. Tell everyone, okay? Let's see here. A BBC anchor claims arguing against surveillance state was a fair talking point in the 90s, but people are over that now. Are they really? Are we really over the surveillance state? No. No, it's not okay. They want to control everything you do. They want to know everything you're doing. This is bullshit. Everyone has the right to live their lives peacefully and with their own privacy. We've moved on since cameramen are everywhere. Yeah, they're right here staring at you through your little phones, too. So, arrogant BBC news anchor lectures a privacy advocate Tuesday who argued that the rise in violent crimes, particularly against women, cannot be countered by basically deleting freedoms and furthering empowerment of the surveillance state. She's absolutely right. She's absolutely right. You cannot fight the tyranny that's going on by just sitting back saying, we got cameras, we got this covered. It doesn't work that way because it's not about keeping you safe. That's how they sold it to you. They sold it to you by telling you that they were going to keep you safe, but they just want to make sure that they can watch everything you do because then when you do something to the government, then that's when they show up. Not when you're out being raped. Not when your children are getting beat up by these gangs of immigrants running around thinking that they control your cities and your states, Europe. Okay, special report. We'll be wearing masks for years, says the scowling Mrs. Carrie Trent. I'm sure I'm not saying her name right. And scaring the scowling school marm, Dr. Carrie Trent, is back with another dystopian future outlook for your children. That they will be wearing masks for a very long time to come. Take it for what it is if you keep putting up with it. Quit sending your kids to public schools. Pilots speak out against the, dictatorship. The mandate dictatorship. Of course they do. Of course they do. And good. I hope they shut down every single airline. I hope they do it. I hope they shut Boeing down. I hope they shut Southwest down. I hope they shut Delta down. I hope they shut it all down. And that you can find this interview with Tucker. Speaking with Tucker Tuesday night, Joshua Yoder, commercial pilot and co-founder of U.S. Freedom Flyers, urged, I am not going to take a mandate. I'm not going to be coerced into doing something I don't believe in. None of us should. All right, environmentalists block M25 again. Thank police for their kind treatment. Well, of course, because they're doing everything that the globalist terrorist jackasses want them to do, which is cause division, create problems inside cities. They are doing everything they want them to do. So why would the police mess with them? Because it's a police state, and they are creating the problem and helping out the police state. So, of course, I'm surprised they didn't bring them sandwiches and tea and crumpets. All right, father of daughter who was in girl's bathroom by skirt-wearing male student slams Garland for threatening parents. Now, this video has been taken down at least 4 times that I posted it, and that's the reason why I'm on my 6th channel now. Because I keep saying stuff about Mr. Barland, because he is a tyrant, and I'm sick and fucking tired of it. And I am sick and tired of YouTube taking down our shit just because they don't like what we gotta say about it. Because they don't want you informed. And like, if you've seen about my channel, you understand I don't want paid. I don't want money. I don't care. You don't gotta like, you don't gotta subscribe. All I want you to do is be informed. And this man deserves to be in jail for what he's done. Moving on. So actually, hold on. I want to cover this. Scott Smith, 48, appeared on Fox News and the Ingram Angle and spoke out after he was photographed being dragged out of school board in Leesburg, Virginia, meeting this June, and was printed by the left as a degenerate right-wing bigot. He's not. He's standing up for his daughter. So if you get a chance to go see this interview with Laura Ingram, I suggest you go check it out. It's very informative. Like I said, I give very little knowledge here because I have to watch what I say. So the whole time I'm reading this, at the same time, I'm thinking of different words that I can use so that way they don't kick my ass off of here again. And then I got to go make another email, it's stupid shit. Just to bring you news that you should go out and find yourself, to be honest. And not anything against people, but they're not telling you about this on CNN, MSNBC, and all these other places. Instead, they paint this guy as a bigot. They paint this guy as a racist because it's easier for them than to acknowledge the fact that they have a problem. Boeing tells all U.S. employees to get their mandated by December 8th to comply with Biden's order by federal contractors. Quit working for them. Just leave. The money isn't worth it, I promise. You don't want ADE, I promise. Okay? Federal judge blocks United Airlines from imposing the mandate. Good job, Judge. I'm glad to hear it. According to judicial order, which could be the first of its kind in the country against the mandate, United Airlines is prohibited from placing employees with religious and medical exemptions on paid leave until October 26th, while litigation continues. The judge also prohibited the airlines from denying any employee's request for religious or medical exemptions. Previously, the airlines did not allow employees to apply for any exemptions after August 31st. So I'm glad this judge stood up for what's right. I'm glad that they did. California bans small engines, off-road gas engines, including lawnmowers and chainsaws. Dictator Newsom, I don't understand why anybody in California hasn't risen up and taken their state back. At this point, you are under authoritative control. You have a dictator who is telling you what to do, who is pressing his thumb on you and taking away your liberties. How long will it be before you stand up and say enough is enough? Listen, you'll only live with the tyranny as long as you're willing to live with it. And moving out of the state and going to other states and doing the same bullshit again is not going to make it any easier. That mandates good for the economy, White House claims, calling Southwest cancellations just a little hubbub. During Tuesday briefing, Jeremy Psaki was asked if the mandates are negatively affecting workforce. The question coming on the heels of Southwest's recent cancellation of thousands of flights not long after they began enforcing the requirements. Of course it's hurting people. It's not hubbub. You know why they say it's hubbub? Because there's more dictatorship coming. That's the reason why it's hubbub to them. Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're going to bring you. They know what they're planning on forcing on you. You get where this is going, ladies and gentlemen? So they don't care. They don't need to care. Because at the end of the day, they're going to get their way because they know you're not strong enough to stand up against them. Because you're going to sit at home, playing your video games, smoking your doobies, doing your other drugs, and sitting around, not doing shit, wanting to get your fucking extra money because you don't want to go to fucking work, and they know exactly what you'll do. They'll put you on lockdown. They're going to march through your neighborhoods. You'll give up your guns just like they did in Katrina. If they don't, they'll... That's what's coming. That's what's coming because you don't stand. Because you'd rather sit on Tinder and on the internet trying to get ass all day long, bitching every once in a while when you see a post you don't like, and playing video games and smoking weed and doing stupid video shit all day long, video dating and all that other fucking bullshit and just a whole bunch of horse shit. Or then you got a whole nother segment of the population who goes, well, I can't quit work. Well, you're going to quit work anyways. Or they're going to put you in the ground. So choose. All right. Yeldon says spying on all bank accounts over $600 is a way to hold billionaires accountable. The last I checked, anybody with, $1,000 in their bank account wasn't a fucking billionaire. So you read between the lines. They want to know what you're doing with your money so they can tax the fuck out of you. That's the reason why they want to put a chip in your hand. You won't be able to sell your kids old fucking toys without paying taxes to the government. Imagine that. Imagine you buying something like this phone right here. And I want to sell this to my cousin. He cannot give me money for this until the government gets their part of it. Even though I've already paid taxes on this property to own this, I cannot then again gain money back from it without giving money back to them. You get where this is going, ladies and gentlemen? You better wake up. This witch says there's a lot of tax fraud and cheating that's going on. Treasury Secretary Yeldon tells. The proposed $600 IRS reporting requirements for banks is absolutely not a way for the government to peek into America's pocketbooks, but to hold billionaires accountable. Well, like I said, the last time I checked, billionaires weren't just running around with $600 in their fucking banks. Ladies and gentlemen, let me make something really clear. I don't care who you are. If there's too many people in this country that sit back and go, well, the rich can just pay for me to sit around. You understand that those people are like 1%. And when they're sick of dealing with this shit, they're leaving. And then when they're gone, who's going to pay for you to sit around and get doobied up, do your fucking drugs, and sit around and try to fucking find ass every day, coloring your hair blue, being a fucking loser? Oh, that's right. And then when you want your freedoms, because you'll want those, then they'll tell you no. Then they'll put you in a camp. Then you'll make big rocks into tiny, tiny little bitty rocks for the rest of your fucking life. Till you're done doing that, and either they'll kill you, boom, they'll test you. And with a fake PCR test, they'll go, oh, wait a minute, you got the Bona. Oh no, we don't want to infect the entire camp. If you can't see the writing on the wall, abuse never ends. They never take their foot off the gas. Tuesday, Dr. Fauci calls for 6-month-old babies to be universally flu vaccinated. Have fun with that. Have fun telling them that you don't want your 6-month-old baby being shot up. But you'll have a segment of our population out there just like, do it. I want my baby done that way. You know why? Because it's hurting your kids. That's why they want it done. And it's getting their mindset ready to constantly be injected with something. It's not the way the human body was meant to be. It's just the way it works. We're not meant to be that way. Catholic troops can refuse the mandate. Military declares. Denial of religious accommodations or punitive or adverse personal actions taken against those whom rise earnest consensus basis objections would be contrary to federal law and morally reprehensible, says military service Timothy P. Bungalog. I cannot. These names are crazy. I'm sorry, Timothy. I'm sorry if I chopped your name up, bro. Can't. It is what it is. So, and this is a good thing. This is a good one. No one should be forced to receive COVID if it would violate the sanctity of his or her choices. Simple and plain. I mean, you know, and it's true. Nobody should be forced to do anything. That would be like me running around, you know, sticking my junk in random women just for fun. They don't want that. They don't want that. Nobody wants that. That's like having a dude run up and down the block just, nope. Oh, you don't want it? Well, you gotta have it. It's a mandate. So I gotta put my inside you. Just the way it works. You wouldn't let that happen. So why are you letting the government just stick needles in your arms? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. The Great Reset depopulation agenda in full swing as masses surrender independence, identity, birthright for comfort. I refuse. I refuse. Globalists are pulling out all the stops to eliminate Christianity, affordable energy, so they can begin surveillance tax and killing whenever they want. Humanity needs to wake up. They want to cull the herd. If you don't know what the Georgia Guidestones are, you better look them up. Because that's exactly what this is about. The new James Bond movie. Hollywood showing us what the global elites are really up to. Now, this is the plot of this movie. Okay, without giving too much away, No Time to Die is about a very bad man who creates a bioweapon. Okay? This bioweapon then not only basically grows inside them, that then they spread it to other people. Kind of eerie how that's already going on, isn't it? Yeah. This is exactly like the movie from 2012, The Campaign. It's a comedy with Will Ferrell and Zach Galifianakis. But in this movie, it talks about election fraud. Okay? It's a very good movie to watch because it's going on right now. Or it's went on. And we've already lived through it. Okay? There are Hollywood movies that are good to watch because they're literally telling you what they're doing to you. So wake up. Tyrants of the nanny state. When the government thinks it knows best. Yeah, when they think they know best. We labor today under the weight of countless tyrannies. Large amounts carried out in so-called name of national good by the elite class of the government and corporate officials who are largely insulated from the ill effects of their own actions. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, come on. This is for depopulation. That's all this is. Australian Northern Territory set broad jab for job mandate. It's coming. It's already here in America. It's already here in America. And the thing of it is you have to ask yourself, how much are you willing to put up with? Are you willing to put up with this? Are you willing to keep dealing with this, America? Because at the end of the day, we're putting mothers and fathers in jail. We're putting high school children in jail because they don't want to wear a mask. We're sitting around, we have an insane person in the White House going around just doing whatever he wants like he's a king. And this is ridiculous. And then we have an AG out of control. We have a Treasury Secretary who thinks that, she can do whatever she wants. And once again, Obama used the IRS too to go after his political enemies. And that's exactly what they're doing yet again. Going after political enemies that they don't like. Draining their bank accounts, taking away their livelihoods, doing all of this to them. We have got to stop this. This is ridiculous. And I don't care what side of the line you're on. I don't care what you believe in. Liberty is the most important thing about our country. And people having privacy, it goes hand in hand with liberty. And these people are trying to take all of that away. So that way they can tax you for everything. So that way they can legally rob you now. Which, they can already legally rob you with taxes. But now they want to make sure that even if you want to sell this desk back here, that you have to pay them a piece of it to do so. So you now own no more property. You don't own anything. It's not yours no more. Is that how you want to live, America? Because I don't. So thank you for taking the time to watch this movie. Like I always say, documentation beats conversation. Please go look up all these articles and check them out. Read them for yourself. I do apologize. Like I said, in the middle of them, I am trying to think on my feet and read things out of context so that way I can actually get these articles out to you. And also, I can put a little bit of context to them to maybe help people out that may not go look these articles up, that may just hear it from me. And so at the end of the day, I have to speak in code and cheek and tongue so that way it doesn't get banned or taken off and then get my account completely shut down. So thank you for your time, America. Pop a knee, talk to God, love your family. Have a good night.